Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. I have another journal kit that I have put together, and we're still looking at the stuff I made on Girls Beach Weekend. I think I pretty much had this one done. The only thing I did was I needed a bigger hole punch when I came home. So when you look at the pages on some of them, you might notice, maybe this is the only one where you can tell. I punched it small and then I punched it bigger so they would turn better and move around. But I think other than that, I did this all on the weekend. In this one, I haven't totally filled this. This is a binder style, so you can add to it with your rings. But I made it a little, I would call skimpy, so that if you wanted, you didn't need to add any more pages. You could just junk it up, or you could change the pages. And in reality, if you love the cover, but you don't like the pages, it's not your style at all, you could take them out and throw them away. If the cover makes you happy, this key is what's banging around making noise. It says Dream. I'm going to go ahead and actually take it off just so we're not listening to it the whole time, because I don't know if that's a sound you like or if you're thinking, what is that? So we'll put that right there. I'm going to do a flip through and then I'll show you the stuff I have laid out here. So this cover was a kit that I purchased. It was white and boring, and I dumped a ridiculous amount of ink on it until it drank it up and looked great. And it's a resist cover, almost like this part was embossed with the words. So you have text on it, but you have a lot of variety in color too. And it's like fabricy. I want to say foamy, but I don't know if that's it. I think you could pin stuff to it if you wanted. You could probably staple to it. It's kind of cool. So let's flip through it. This one I went really eclectic, because if there's something in it you don't like, it's not stitched in. You can take it out and throw it away. And I just felt like the cover was so cool, it shouldn't be a boring journal. So I have a pink envelope right here. I have a business envelope here with paint all over it. That's a pocket, so 2 pockets. I would probably rearrange things in this journal too if I was finalizing it, but maybe you like it that way. This is a rainbow piece of paper. This one was a purchased piece of paper that was white with the thread on it, and then I sprayed it with stuff, and this is how it turned out. I don't know if you can really see that. And it's luscious, almost like fabric feeling. So here you have real smooth paper, and then this one you have more texture. And then the back of it's neat too. It would be fun to write some journaling and follow the thread along. A paper bag that makes pockets, or you could sew it together, cut it off, and make one pocket smaller. A giant envelope. I don't know where it came from, but it was in my stash. And I have put things in the envelope, but just like I've been saying along the way in these kits, it's yours. Rearrange it, do whatever. Don't feel committed. I just put these in there because it kept them safe and uncrinkled. Tension is who you think you should be. Relaxation is who you are. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? Really, really great. Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. I like to put some quotes and sentiments in these journals that I think have a good spirit. This is a fabric washi tape, so you have some more texture there. You could also seal this envelope just like this and then trim it around here and have a giant pocket. Whatever you want to do. This was from the great ink incident of, I believe, 2018. There was a situation in the shop one day. It has some nice variety. It goes all the way down to green. I do not think this is set, so don't get this bad boy wet, or you could get it wet and use it to make fun patterns and stuff on paper, but don't get this wet in your journal. Wilson came to visit you. Then this is a wonderful piece of paper. You've probably been seeing this show up in a few different journals. I just loved it. This is the edge of it, so it has its own natural edge. I didn't tear it. I just had to cut down here, and it just has wonderful texture and color. This one was a metallic gel print that just one print, and then we got sidetracked, and I stitched along the side of it with the sewing machine, so you have a bit of texture. My sewing machine, I usually have one color in the top and one color in the bobbin. Then this is a fabric sample, and it's soft and wonderful and almost like velvety. Really, really fun. And then who doesn't need a fast car in their day? You need a little 427 to bring you some smiles. Then this was some sort of file folder with some mixed media project, and then I put a sequin trim along the edge. And another big folder envelope. You could cut it down, do whatever you need to do. Mixed media with some lace along the edge. Some of these are really thick, so if you wanted, like if you didn't like this, you could put a giant pocket here and put a big tag over it. Here's another big envelope. You could attach this here and have your glassine envelope to soften that if you didn't like it. See, the rings, some of them do catch because these have a pretty big connector, but you could rotate it around, so that's in the back. There you go. And again, this is a big envelope that I have made into a pocket. And don't feel committed to leave anything where it is. Use whatever makes you happy. This is from a coloring book. You could color it. I stitched across the bottom a little just to add some interest, and then I just left it. This was a big piece of scrapbook paper with a little bit of mixed media mess and some lace stitched on it. And then I put a folder in the pocket. This is like a cute little thing of pockets. You could put photographs, you could put quotes, you could tear this apart and make these pockets on each page, because see, each one of them is a pocket. And so you could pull this out and use it for something different and just have the file folder. Whatever you want to do here. Look at this one. This one is a joy. This is a gift to this journal recipient from Andrea. It was a paint pour on a canvas that she took apart. In the end, the canvas had some blank and she didn't love it. It is awesome as a journal page, isn't it? I love it. So I had it. I wasn't sure what to do with it. So I just chopped it down and hole punched it. And again, I think this is probably too pretty to be in the back. So I would move it to the front somehow and maybe put it with something that accents the tealy blue. But that's just me. You might want to accent the pink. And it has a bit of texture and a whole bunch of little tiny cells. Super cute. Okay, so that's what's going on with the journal. And just like the rest of them, I haven't decorated the cover, but you could go through your stash, or you could go through this kit. You could glue that on there. I would guess hot glue or that fabric glue that we like. Fabri-Tac or Beacon's 3-in-1. One of those really amazing glues would hold this to the front and you would not have any problems. If it was me, the way I would go is probably something super crazy, because I see this journal, which is funny coming from me. I made the cover kind of like blurply, right? The blue, the purple, bit of pink. But I think I would take this journal in a super crazy color palette way and just have a great time with it, because you can do anything. And if you make a mixed media page and you don't love it, you could always just throw it away because it's not connected. I might do something super crazy on the cover like that. But that's why I didn't decorate the cover. Maybe you just want this. Maybe you just want it like that and you love it. Maybe you just want to take a little key, put it right on like a blue spot to bring in a bit more pink, and then tie a bow with it, and that is your style. Whatever you want to do. I think that is the fun of these kits. They can go any way. And I'm using the term kit pretty loosely. There are no instructions. There are no rules. There is just stuff that I think will inspire you, and a journal that is somewhat naked. These are, I couldn't think of the word in the other video, they're contact paper. A different country, so it's not called contact paper, but they're flowers that I cut out. Purpose fuels passion, and the back for journaling. Friendship is sunshine for the soul. The back is really busy but cute. Have a good day, and the back is busy. Plain, plain. She sees possibility everywhere. All of these could create pockets. They could be tuck spots. You could use them for journaling cards. Same for the little tiny cutesy things. Laugh and cherish. Other words on the back. The end of an envelope that's ready to be a pocket in your journal. You could glue this down around the edges. The back would be a tuck spot. So you could tuck behind it and you could tuck in it. And I would decorate this first. Since it's not attached, you could stamp on it, mixed media, you could collage on it, whatever makes you happy. Same ideas here, except they were purchased. Make a mess, and then you can put them in there if you want. Look at these. There's a lot of colors in here. Just a lot of really interesting stuff. We already saw that. Look at this. This one's thick too. It would make a really nice pocket or staple to a page, whatever. A dictionary page with some paint and maybe some gesso on it, because you never know when you're going to want that. I would probably tear this up as layers for an embellishment, like a tiny bit of this torn across down here, and then maybe a word or a bird on top of it would be adorable. This one is a paint smush that has been die cut. Same for this, but I think this was glossy sprays. I don't think this was actually a smush. And these I put in again because they are a wonderful way to build an embellishment cluster. Just a way to anchor things and give your page some interest instead of just taking your heart and gluing it on the page, which there's nothing wrong with that either if it makes you happy. Textures. The selvage edge of a fabric to tie. You could put these on your tags. You could stitch them down a page. You could glue them down. Just fun strings. Some more string to work with. A glassine bag. I love sentiments and inspirational quotes. I think you figured that out about me. So I put quite a few of them in with the journals. And if they don't speak to you, don't put them in your book. You should only have stuff in your book that brings you joy. Hope is never lost. Collector of curiosities. One of these is the bright white collection. The other one is a little bit creamy. I don't think it matters. I mixed them all. The creamy ones aren't dark enough for me to be annoyed by them. A little double layer butterfly. This is a piece of plastic with alcohol ink on it. It would make a cute pocket. You could staple it onto the page and then use it to put stuff behind. Or you might be able to die cut this or just cut it with scissors and use it. You could build an embellishment. I wouldn't put that on it because it'd cover up too much. But you could use it to build your embellishment cluster on or a tuck spot. All kinds of things. Anything you can hold in your hand, there's a whole bunch of different ideas for. Same with all this stuff. These I bought at Scrap PDX and you guys gave me ideas. So what we were thinking, imagine this in a color that matches, is maybe like this and then staple it and it's a really cute little tag to pull things out of pockets. This was a stamp, I think Stamplistic. I colored it with colored pencils. I know, I colored. Huh. Wow. This, I think Andrea had this and I thought, not really my style, but too cool to let it go. Remember, if you like the shape of this, but you don't like the color, change it. Hit it with markers, paint, sprays, mixed media, whatever to change it up. This could be a little page in your journal, but really what it is the template for hole punching more pages if you want them. This, if you're allergic to coffee, you should probably tell me before I mail this to you. It smells wonderful. It's coffee dyed and it is stamped with permanent archival ink. You can tear it up, you can get it wet, you can Mod Podge it onto a page, whatever you want to do. Same thing here. My idea was these would be great as a layer on an embellishment or a page or something, and they're just different. They might just make you think about it a little. This is a wood circle with some pink metallic paint on it, and these are the letters for the word love. And again, they're brown. If you don't like it, change it. I think that might be a lot to fit in the journal. I'm very curious to hear from some of you who choose these kits to see, do you use the stuff? Is it way too much? Is it not enough? Am I not including enough stuff? I'm not sure. I don't think I have any washi tape in this one. And I'm not saying you have to have washi tape, but I think I should, while I have all this stuff out, grab a card and put some washi tape on it. I will add that. I do reserve the right to add to these kits. I just won't remove things. Thanks so much for watching. And if you want this cover, I only have one like this. So if you want this, be sure to message me. Like I've said, I may or may not get them up on Etsy timely. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.